This photograph of the cyclist that I took in SM Street, Kozhikode, one early morning, is one of my all-time favorite photographs. As for SM Street, it is Kozhikode's oldest commercial artery, you can say. This one was taken quite early in the morning. The shops were still shuttered. The street was almost empty. For a person from Kozhikode, it is something that they cannot imagine in a normal scenario. That is because they don't go there early morning. So that early morning, I was walking through SM Street with my Fujifilm X-E4 camera and the 27 prime. Uh, no zoom and no reach. Whatever I wanted to photograph, I had to be present for. I had to be there. And SM Street in the early morning is a different place from SM Street at noon, without the crowds, without the noise. You see the bones of it, the cobblestones, the proportions, the way the buildings lean in from both sides and create this long tunnel of street, pulling your eye straight into the distance. I had walked maybe some 10 to 15 meters when the drizzle started picking up. Then I saw in this drizzle a man in a cycle, and I just went down and took the shot from below, not straight, from below. And I noticed the person looking at me, but I didn't mind because it was something perfect. He had an umbrella and he was holding the umbrella with one hand and he was going on cycling. And while I was taking the photo, he just glanced at me and he just passed. The good thing about rains is people won't bother if you take a photograph because they are concerned with their own issues of not getting wet and all that. So rain is one time which I like to take photographs because that time people are very they have their own things to do. They just want to get out of the scenario and they are not very concerned about if a person is taking their photograph or not. When I looked through the camera, the middle frame was quite lit up, and everything else, the shop fronts, the edges, mind of the view, it was all quite dark. It was like a natural vignette kind of a situation, and the street had already composed itself. And I think the decision to take a vertical photograph was better for this particular photograph because it captured the essence of it. If it was taken in a horizontal manner, I think the photograph would have been quite ordinary, maybe. Is when you get a good shot, you feel kind of immense happiness within you. He just looked at me with kind of an approval and he just passed by me. The technical aspect is the 27 millimeter on the Fujifilm APS-C sensor gives you roughly a 40 millimeter equivalent field of view that is very close to what the human eye sees naturally. Thing about that is the image doesn't get distorted or doesn't feel compressed. It feels like you are standing exactly where I was standing. SM Street has been photographed thousands of times and maybe videographed the same amount or more. It is Kozhikode's most documented road. Every now and then, I see people with cameras, video cameras, and still cameras taking their own shots. It is kind of the hub where maybe the only place where there is really a street photography in Kozhikode, I think, where I have seen people trying it out. But maybe it's more of a vlogger's area than a photographer's area. So this is the story of this photograph, and as I said, of the photographs that I have taken, this is one of my all-time favorites. So that's about that photograph. And see you next time with another photograph and the story behind it. Bye.